Hey, what's going on, everybody? Wanted to kick off the new Facebook advertising guide that we're putting together for 2023, and we're gonna start it off with it's gonna go really in depth. So we're gonna start with beginner level training, and then we're gonna work our way up to more advanced stuff, metrics, and how to correct and troubleshoot ads and what have you. But we're gonna start today with just a quick little episode tutorial on beginner style stuff. Maybe some of you guys have never used Facebook advertising in the past, or you might have a different theory or an idea of what Facebook advertising is. There's a lot of guys out there who think just posting on their business page or their profile is an advertisement. And well, in theory that is, but it's not a paid one. And you don't have as much control over who sees those ads as the paid ones. So this was going to be more specifically around the paid, but we will get in depth on the organic and how we can use that to leverage that for your business as well. All right, so let's just dive into it. Today, this episode is going to be about Facebook ad placements. And what that means is where you can put an ad on Facebook. A lot of people are definitely used to probably seeing the one in the news feed, but they might not be aware that there's a lot of other places to put them. Or if you are doing advertising, or you have somebody doing advertising for you, they're just clicking the recommended buttons and just putting the ads everywhere and anywhere. And I'm going to show you and kind of go through on a real not very in depthly on exactly which ads you might want to use, specifically since this is more focused towards contractors and local businesses. I'll give you kind of an idea of where you want to select placements so that way you can minimize your cost on per impression and actually drill down to meet the goals that you want to meet. So let's just go ahead and continue. Newsfeed placement. So this is the one probably most people are familiar with if you're on Facebook. Obviously, this is when this ad shows up when someone's scrolling through your Facebook newsfeed. This is the most popular advertisement and works like gangbusters. And this is actually for Facebook and or Instagram. So you can use it for both or just one or the other, depending on your service. Facebook video feeds. Pretty much what it means there. It's a video ad that plays before or after a video that's on Facebook itself. So this could be not so much the inline videos, but just the before and the afters. This works great for the Facebook watch area. Now, do I recommend this one? Well, for retargeting and branding type marketing goals, it could be useful. Definitely need, though, to test your video metrics beforehand before you use this type of placement. Meaning, are you getting the click-through rate that you're wanting and getting the engagement or whatever goal you're trying to accomplish? You should be testing that with other placements as like the newsfeed or stories video, testing it before you start using this one. So I wouldn't really jump into this one too much right away if you're just getting started off in marketing. Now, Facebook Marketplace ads, they're great to sell products, especially for the ones that are already popular categories of stuff being sold on Facebook Marketplace. Now, you can't just do a marketplace ad by itself, unfortunately. You are mandatory. You have to have a newsfeed and a marketplace ad to run it. But this is also great for retargeting your products that maybe somebody already saw on a newsfeed ad or on a website. And, they didn't make that purchase. And so you just want to get them to make that purchase or make a reoccurring purchase, depending on how you have your goals set up. This works great for car dealerships, parts companies, fashion, real estate, outdoor equipment, furniture, mobile phones, electronics, stuff like that, toys and books. Really don't recommend this for service type industries. There's just not going to be a good lead flow from there. Facebook right column. So this is not very popular at all. I don't recommend this one. I always, about 99.99% of the time, leave this one unclicked. But it can be used, and you can get some lower cost per clicks off of this one, just depending on, again, what your goals are. Now, with the Facebook right column, you are limited to desktop only views. It can work for retargeting. If you do want to use it, I would use it for only like retargeting, showcasing products, catalog, stuff like that, or brand type campaigns. Don't be messing with this stuff for lead gen too much. It's just not as effective. I really hate the fact that it's just narrowed down to one device. It could possibly be beneficial too for business to business, especially for business to business retargeting, because most of the time people are, if they're on Facebook at work or using Facebook for work related purposes, they're going to be using a desktop. So if you're trying to reach them, that's the way to go. But again, I don't recommend this for most businesses. So I would obviously unselect that one too if I'm creating the ad campaign. Facebook Stories and Reels ads. So this is a great place too, because there's a lot of people who don't scroll newsfeed and they just go right to the stories. So you are missing an audience there if you're not using this one. However, just like the video ads, I would test the video you already have, maybe on a different format, on the newsfeed format. So this one is a story format. I think it's called 16:9, what have you, where it's this long, like the example you have on the screen there. But I would test the actual video and see if you're actually getting engagement before you really start going out with it. This works good for videos that are 60 seconds or less. That's all you're allowed to put on. And it could be an image or a video or a slideshow. But definitely really only works to get that engagement that you're wanting. That has to be either a really kick-ass dialed-in offer or a kick-ass video, image, slideshow with audio. So those work really well if you've already tested and find that you got a high CTR off of this and response. Then I would definitely use this as an additional platform, but I wouldn't use it in the beginning if I'm just starting off my campaigns and just starting a new ad to test with my audience. Facebook InStream videos. So this is kind of like the Facebook videos ad, but the only difference is this one will play in the middle of a video that's uploaded on Facebook. So kind of like a commercial break, where you have that inline's called an InStream video. So again, this one, don't use it at the beginning when you're testing ads. This only works really well too for specific goals such as branding, retargeting as well. And you obviously want to test if your video is even engaging and your offer is engaging, whatever that is. Usually these are going to be low barrier to entry offers, not high ticket, not trying to get them to make a big conversion. So you're not going to like have them say like buy now or anything like that. Maybe you're going to have them say shop or visit our website, or some way to retarget them to come back. But again, I wouldn't be using this in the beginning when you're setting up your ad campaign, just because you really need, these only really work when you already have the metrics to prove that you can get that engagement. Otherwise, you're just spending money on impressions, and it's just a waste. So Facebook search results. This is another one when you're starting campaigns off, I do not use for most businesses, like 90+% of businesses. And this is an advertisement placed on search results of Facebook and Facebook Marketplace. So if somebody's searching maybe a particular product that you might sell or a brand you might sell, and it's usually a lot of Facebook traffic from this, then you can get it. But typically, again, most local businesses are not going to fall into this category. So I leave this one unchecked. Again, you're just spending money off of putting it in placements that you don't necessarily need to be at. Can this work? Again, it's really for like if you have a specific brand that, let's say you sell, you're a clothing company, you sell Louis Vuitton, and you want to be in front of the person with that particular brand or product. Something like that is probably where I would use this, but I wouldn't use it for anything such as, like a Google search. That's definitely what we're definitely a totally opposite way of looking at it, especially for local businesses. Usually, typically people aren't using Facebook search for that, and you're just going to be spending more money on impressions, increasing that cost per lead. That's it. That's all we have for there. Now, all of those ones that we do have, they work for Instagram and Facebook, or you can turn off just Instagram, or you can turn off just Facebook. So the next episode we're going to go into is how Facebook makes money off these ads. It's important to know these things so that way you know how they determine the cost per lead or the cost per goal you're trying to get, that engagement, that like, whatever it is. So we're going to dial into that one. Hope you enjoy. Hope it helps out. Leave a like below or a comment. If you have any questions, comment below.